Hey everyone, Daniel here, and I have put together a spreadsheet based on Matt's point of interest and neighborhood page template. So if you remember that Google Doc he shared with us, which was so helpful, I decided initially I just wanted to use Google Sheets to try to automatically generate this anchor text for the given city and state and abbreviation. After I did that, I thought of a couple other things I could automate, and the result is like, a day later, put together this spreadsheet. And so let me tell you what's going on. All you have to do is fill out what these yellow sheets, these yellow cells are. That's the only manual entry you have to do. And what that is going to do for you is it's automatically going to pull in from Google's API some points of interest around that city. And it's automatically, the system here is automatically coming up with this URL slug for that point of interest page for your VA or yourself. And then it's also got everything else that you can think of here, just like his template had. One of the things I was excited about as well is even the embed code for that page is here. So I'll just paste that in to try it out, and we should see Zoo Montana, hopefully. There we go. I would say maybe 60% of the time it's doing this correctly, where it actually has the name and address of that business. But in some cases, I think the problem is the business doesn't have a published address, but it should still put you in the area over it. So that's great. Down here we've got the neighborhood pages all ready to go. And you can see here the source. So this is pulling from citydata.com, and it's just scraping their information straight off their HTML. If you look at this, typically there's a lot more neighborhoods than what this is pulling in. Obviously we're only doing 10 pages. This one's actually pretty light, so that's interesting. But sometimes there's like 100. And so all of these neighborhoods will be starting with an A. Just know in both of these occasions we have a workaround. So number one, if we try a city and state combo where there's just not very much data here because it's a small area, or it just fails, sometimes the Google API doesn't come in. Up here you can, this is optional, so if you don't have a Google API, you delete that, and what this is going to do is scrape from Yelp. So now this current source switched over to Yelp. And typically my previous searches for this, it was finding 5, so I don't know why it's different right now. It seems to be a little temperamental with scraping these websites. So I wanted to show you that. And so about the Google API, I will send a separate video that can walk you through setting up a Google Places API if you haven't done that before. It's free to set up. You do have to add credit card information and a billing plan there in case you go over, I think it's 1,000 queries per month. So as long as you're not doing that many, you won't ever have to pay to use this, but you can set that up yourself. By the time this video is done, I will have deleted this API altogether and come up with a new key, a new API code. The last thing, or one of the last things I want to highlight here is you can also manually enter stuff. So if you are from this area or from the area you're doing stuff, or if you want to quickly check here what Google's point of interest in search results shows. So this pictograph cave state park, I'm not sure if that's on there. Yeah, that's on there. But let's just say you found something in search results that you liked more than this, or this is very applicable down here for neighborhoods. If you know the area and you want a specific neighborhood, no problem. Just type it in. That's going to do, let's just say, test POI, and everything to the right is going to update accordingly. So that slug, of course, and then also this POI embed code. Now the only caveat to that is if you type in here, then you've erased the formulas that are there. And so the next time you go to use this sheet it won't really be there. So if I were you, if you have to do typing on anything, just revert back when you're done. Like grab the first one and just copy it down, and that'll put the calculations back for all of these. Let's see. I think that is basically it. I would love to know your thoughts as you start using this. Let me know if there's any issues or bugs. I'd like to try to get it worked out as we go. And I'd love to, have your email address just in case I create some more things like this in the future. I can send them your way. And I'm not charging anything for this, but you can use my PayPal email if you want to donate something. Definitely would welcome any sort of gratitude tips for the time it took to put this together. Hope it speeds up your delivery time on the POI and neighborhood interest pages.